Nathan, what have you made of how Paul's been playing this year?
Yeah, look, we were in a similar position last year with a new coach, and it's been, they've obviously really all bought into Ken's ideas and his coaching philosophies, and they've been playing some great footy throughout the pre-season and also the first 2 rounds of the year. So we're under no illusions it's going to be a challenging game this weekend, as all showdowns are. But they're playing some really exciting and tough footy at the moment, so we'll have to do our best. Yeah, look, really happy to play this week. To be honest, I don't know what more I could have done in the situation, just trying to get the ball out as we're instructed to as players. So from my point of view, pleasing that I can play this week, but we'll have a look further with the relevant people at the club to see if it's worth challenging or not. Yeah, look, I think that sums it up pretty well. I think our first effort out here was below what we expected. We certainly played at level at times, but nowhere near as consistently as we'd like. And on the weekend, I think it was a really good game for us just to grind out a really solid win. It's always been difficult to travel up to Brisbane and get a result up there, so I thought the character and the work ethic of the boys was at the level where we needed to be. So the challenge for us now is to back that up for the remainder of the year. Look, I think it's really disappointing for Ricky, and certainly feeling for him, because it's no doubt been a difficult weekend for him. At the moment, we're letting the club deal with it through the appropriate avenues, and in all honesty, that's the last we're going to say of it from here. Obviously, we'll get the relevant people to deal with the situation from here, but that's the last you'll hear comment from myself or from the club on that. Oh, it really is out of my control at the moment. Match review panel have deemed it where it is at the moment, and I'll have a chat with the relevant people at the footy club to see if it's worth challenging that to keep a clean record. But as I said, there was no intent there other than to try and clear the ball in a wet, slippery game, and we'll just have to wait and see if it's worth pursuing further.
Will you make that call? Will you make that call tomorrow?
I'm not sure. I haven't been through this sort of process before, but I guess I'll probably have a call later on this afternoon, if not early tomorrow morning, as to what that looks like.
So who will you speak to?
It'll be the people at the footy club that deal with that, so Phil Harper and the like. Oh yeah, it is. I suppose I like to play hard, play the ball, and play in the right spirit of the game. So. Oh, it was an attempt to get rid of the ball, and it's that's just how we're instructed to now play the game. If you're tied up in a situation to make a realistic attempt to get rid of the ball, you can't be seen to making numerous attempts without clearing it properly.
In BB, how do you see that midfield battle unfolding?
Yeah, I think most games are decided within the midfield, which midfield can stay on top for the longer period of the game, and this weekend will certainly be a game that unfolds in that matter, I think. So Travis said we've got a number of players that they like to try and shut down, and they're no different. Travis himself and Brad Ebert and guys that they've got running through their midfield at the moment are in great form. So we need to make sure that we keep that attacking side of our game, but also have a mindset to shut down them as best we can as well. So it's going to be a great challenge, as it always is, but we'll certainly plan for it later in the week as to how we go about nullifying them.
Every showdown's important, obviously, but is there more on the line with this one, with support on the improvement, you guys trying to stay the number one team in town?
I think it's hard to say whether there's more on the line or not. It's round 3, it's early in the year, and it's really important that you get off to a good start for the year, and so for us that means getting ahead of the ledger now. So to go 2-1 versus 1-2 is crucial at the start of the year, I think. So not that that's necessarily going to be the main motivating factor for us this week, but for us it's about maintaining consistency, effort, and improving on last week's performance again. I think we've certainly got some experience into the core group of midfielders last year, but we're still certainly developing in that regard too. So it's going to be another year where we try and find that perfect chemistry in the group. We've only been playing, as I said, together properly for probably the last 2 seasons, but I think the hardened midfields of the competition have been together for 3, 4, 5 years and onwards of that. So that's what we spoke about last year, is being a consistently good midfield. And if you want to be a great midfielder and an elite midfield, you need to back it up week in, week out, and have that, I suppose, success for years on end. I think there might be. Obviously, they're both playing through the midfield, and I've seen the way that Ollie Wines attacks the footy, and it's and Crouchy's fearless as well as a young player. So it's great to see 2 young guys, playing some great footy at really young ages and leading the way for their other younger teammates. I've got no doubt. A lot of our young guys look up to Crouchy in the way that he's been going about his footy, and I've got no doubt that the Port Adelaide young guys will be the same with Ollie Wines. So they set a great example, and they certainly do bring energy to the group when they come on game day. Obviously, a new freshness and innocence to the way that they go about their training, not knowing what to expect, and they're just fearless in the way they go about their footy. So it's refreshing for everyone, and it's great to see we've got some talent coming through. They always do from time to time, the young guys. He's only 18 or 19, Crouchy's only 19, so it makes you feel old. Yeah, I think we've seen Andy's importance over the last couple of weeks. In particular, I feel like he's got back to playing some of his best footy. Late last year as well, he showed some great attitude and sustained effort to get back in the side for the final series. And I think you see that he's got the ability to play on a small forward as well as a tall forward, and be that loose defender as well if we need him. So that versatility is something that you don't come across with every player. So it's great to see Andy in form at the moment, and hopefully he continues that on for the weeks to come. Yeah, it is. It's you hate seeing your teammates get injured or even miss games of footy for a month, let alone for a year. So it's no doubt builds resilience in that player, and you see a different work ethic. I saw a different work ethic develop in Andy throughout that time when he was injured, which was great to see, and I've got no doubt that holds him in really good stead with the way that he goes about his footy from here on in. Oh, it certainly is. I suppose adds some positivity to the way that we're going about our footy, and it's not a relief, but it provides security that what we are doing is working. And saying that we did know that already, but the result is there for us now. So the challenge for us is to keep building on that now, and it's about consistency. And I spoke about that a lot last year, and it's going to be no different again this year. It can't be 1 week of effort and then fall away the following week. We managed to do that really well in the past, and that's what we pride ourselves on, to be a group that performs week in, week out, and it's a good challenge again this week for us to do that. Yeah, I think Graham was obviously disappointed to miss out last weekend, but again, a great example for younger players, and even the attitude that he went back to the SANFL to kick 7 goals and play as well as he did. Certainly shows the coaching staff that his attitude is still where we want it to be. He's in form, and it's no doubt puts guys in similar positions that he plays in the senior team on notice that they need to be in form. And it's going to be a tough decision this week as to who comes in, who goes out, if there are any changes to the side. So we couldn't have asked any more of Graham, nor the rest of the young guys or the rest of the players in the SANFL at the moment. From our side, they seem to be playing some good consistent footy at AFL standard in the SANFL, which is great.